Alright, so our boy Seven Deadly Sins leaks here. Leaked another future character that's kind of exciting. A COINSHOP Ludociel. You can tell it's a COINSHOP because he's using the red and black outfit. Can't get out of my head what Sor called him, but I can't say it. So you have to make up your own mind of what he looks like. So, I mean, it's exciting to have COINSHOPs for the Archangels, but at the same time I'm a little worried. For two reasons. One, Ludociel is only really good because of his passive. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a fine character, but his passive is what carries him, right? And of course, the character in question is not gonna have his passive, so we'll have to see how good he'll actually be. Because the Ludociel we have has a passive reducing the defense with the stats of enemies. You have to have lower CC than him. But of course, the Ludociel is not gonna have that. But I mean, he does have very, very good CC. 4.3k base is very, very good. 85% pierce rate, 50% resistance, 5% crit chance. Not the greatest, but he's a very good character. So he definitely, the COINSHOP will definitely be very, very, very good. And I'm assuming the grace will remain the same, just like the commandments keep the same grace. I'm sorry, the same commandment. I'm assuming the Archangels will keep the same graces as well. And of course, the other Archangels should follow through as well. You know, being other COINSHOP units. Which, in the same way, I'm also a little worried about them, because especially for Tarmiel, like, really, his big thing is this card, right? This Asuma stance, and then reduces the final damage taken by 40% when allies attacked, right? Or 50, 65. This card is very, very strong. And his grace is also very, very good. But the card is like his biggest thing, and he's not gonna have that card. So I'm really, you know, wondering what they're gonna do with these other characters, because they have a track record of, you know, especially with the commandments, where they made one of the commandments good and the other bad. Like, no, the last skill, I would say the summonable is bad, and the COINSHOP is usable. Estarossa, the summonable is awful, right? And then the COINSHOP is very, very good. Zeldris, in the beginning, I would say, you know, the COINSHOP was better, but, you know, Blue Zeldris now with the crit team is very, very good. But in general, I would say Red Zeldris is still better. Green Dariari is very questionable if the green one is good or not. You have to really use her on like a tanky team. But she's good, but you know, in comparison to the red one's like a PvE god. So, you know, there's a fine line there. So these three Archangels are incredibly good, and most likely the COINSHOPs will not be as good. Like, I can't see them being better than the summonable version, because, man, have you seen Sariel? Sariel is the best non-fastable character in the game. Like, there is not even a comparison. I think, you know, you can put like Green Gopher as like the best character in the game, right? But I think he's the best character because of support. I'm saying like a non-support character. I'll say the best character in the game other than Escanor is Sariel. This guy is just insane. Like, the AoE card, the level 1 AoE card is like hitting level 2 or 3 Lost Vein card. It's that insane, right? And then the single target is like hitting level 3 single target on level 1. A level 3 Lost Vein single target on level 1, you know? It's actually insane. Like, this guy is so crazy for no reason. And I mean, you know, if they take away this card, especially the AoE, I think the AoE is like his biggest thing. Because the single target is also super crazy, but the AoE is super strong because it has triple crit chance, right? They would have to do something else, like a double crit damage or something, but the crit chance for him is not that high. His whole thing is about critting, but he doesn't have that high of a crit chance. What really carries him is because he has triple crit chance, right? And I mean, you know, his grace is fantastic, but he doesn't increase his crit chance or anything like that. So, again, his cards are a big deal. If they're gonna change his cards, you're gonna have to put something else that's also very, very good. So I'm thinking they might not be as good as the summonable version, but still exciting to see. It's good for, you know, maybe, especially Ludociel, because free-to-play players in general, unless you're like really motivated to getting him built up, you're not gonna have his passive proccing really, because you need him to have so much CCs to compete with other characters. Because if you face, I don't know, you're just going a regular geared PP match on like Challenger. No, not Challenger, because Challenger have only bots. On Champions, and you face a Goddess Liz. A good Goddess Liz would have like a good, medium good Goddess Liz, like a regular person would have like 53k CC on her. Because if you have full cautions for her and you have your war gear, that's just how much she has. She's very good in the CC department. And if you're facing a really good goddess, she's gonna have like 55k CC. So you need to compete with that. And for that, you're gonna have to give him a lot of investment. So, you know, for majority of people, I think a new Ludociel would be very, very good, because I would say, again, for a big chunk of people, they just can't use this guy as effectively. And I think, you know, they're very nice. His grace is fantastic, and, you know, he doesn't require, like, there's no, like, oh, this grace, like, you know, Sariel or Tarmiel. Tarmiel will only give him this to, like, defensive characters, and this to, like, crit-based characters, right? Ludociel's grace is good in every character. You just gain evasion for Petrify, Freeze, and Stun for 2 turns. There's no condition. There's no condition. So, I mean, yeah, it excludes unique, blah, 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 blah. But other than that, there's, like, they just can't Petrify you for 2 turns, for free. There's no condition on that. So, you know, this is a fantastic grace, and if you can, you know, maybe 6/6 the COINSHOP version, you can put him as a link for someone, that would be very, very good. Now, in the question of price, because we've seen with the 7 deadly sins, they all cost 7 coins because it's the 7 deadly sins. Then the COINSHOP commandments cost 10 coins because they're the 10 commandments. The Archangels are the 4 Archangels, or, you know, would they put them 4 coins? Nah, it's not gonna happen. They're gonna make them like 14 coins. So, yeah, if they want to keep the theme going, they would probably put in 14 coins for the 4 Archangels, and then discount it maybe like 10 coins. So they will be expensive. So I'm really expecting them to be good for how expensive they should be. But that's about it about the Archangels, really. I mean, I'm just hoping they're gonna be as good as the Summon Level version, because they're all incredible. Like, all the 3 Archangels are very, very good. Global still should get any of them, and I think that if somehow Global decides to make like a banner with all 3 of them, that would be like insane, and it'd be like a must summon banner. But I think that out of the 3, right, that people are just gonna have a good time having a COINSHOP is like Ludociel, because again, most people can't use him. But Sariel, if you pull Sariel, you have him 1/6. This man's like lost fame. Like, you don't need dupes for him. Like, this ultimate right here, he one-shots any character in the game with 1/6. You don't need dupes for him, unlike Ludociel. So I very, very much doubt they're gonna make a better Sariel. I think it's actually impossible, because his passive also increases the basic stats of Goddess Alice by 20%. He boosts himself. Like, turn 1, he boosts himself by 20% stats. Like, basic stats. But, like, this man's way too good. I'm just saying, I think it's impossible for them to make a better one. Tarmiel, they could make a better one. I mean, if they make, like a DM type of card, because, you know, he heals per, you know, per defense he has. He heals HP based on 850% defense. If they give him, like, a taunt card that gives him, like, 500% defense, that could be good. That could be very, very good for him, for his grace and everything. Like, give him immunity to, like, Petrify Stun, and give him 500%, 600% defense or something. Yeah, that would be very, very good. But other than that, like, this card is just very stupid. Have you used a level 3 card of this? Like, your team just does take damage. Your team just doesn't take damage. So, oh, I just realized this. He has 80% pierce rate. Damn. If they make him, like, he has, okay, crit, like, his crit sucks. But if they make him an offensive unit, he'd actually be very good. He has 4.6 KC.
That's pretty high.
That is very high. What?
Hello, boys.
Wait a minute. Does he have the highest CC in the game?
I think so.
I mean, he has 3 people, you know.
True. Wait, does he like 5 outfits?
Let me see. My Tarmiel is full defense, right? And I like, he has full defense and he has 52k CC. I thought that was already pretty high, right? Like 52k. He has, I think, 4 haircuts, because that's 5 mini pieces, 5 weapons, and 4 haircuts. I need to max them out. That's so high, though. Damn, I need to max him out. Oh, I need to make HP defense for him now. He should have like 57k CC. But it's like he has like 57k CC probably, but no one's gonna use that because you have choosy with full defense gear. Oh, that's. Oh wow, I did not realize how much CC he has. Oh, anyways, I mean, yeah. Just finishing off, I mean, we already talked about all the things that we got about the Archangels, but also Regions has leaked a new Liz, which I think is the one from Story, but it should be like a summonable filler character, honestly, because the passive seems very good. It gives an ally an effect that increases defense and the max HP, you know, in 200% for 4 turns. So that sounds like a very good passive.
Wow.
Yeah, so it might be like a
That would work
filler.
well with Tarmiel.
Yeah, with Tarmiel, yeah. It might just be like a filler summonable manner, you know? And we're still waiting on the tournament thing. But other than that, like, there's not much else coming. That's pretty much it that's been leaked so far. So, wow, I'm gonna have to make HP defense gear for Tarmiel. That's crazy. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. And so you guys were silent, like you guys just vibing here, and then you saw Tarmiel since you're like, oh, that's very funny.
Like, I just didn't expect him to have the highest CC in the game. You know?
Yeah, I did not know. I had no idea. Like, oh wow. All right, that's
Like,
it then. What you gonna
Oh,
say
that
something?
was the name of the video? Oh, by chat.
You gonna say something?
Not just by chat.
Yeah, I think the Dokkan OST already ran out, but yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
the Dokkan did just run out. So goodbye.